Hey, have you ever heard of a film franchise called, what is it? Marvel? Marvel
Marvelous
films?
Miss Maisel? Or
Yeah, no.
yeah, I heard of that.
The Marvelous.
They have they produce 39% of all TV shows in the world.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's true. They did take over the world at some point.
So if you haven't heard of Marvel, then obviously you're living, in a cabin in Montana or something.
Right.
Well, especially since Deadpool came out and completely ignited the box office in an insane way. It was crazy. But I gotta say, a big part of that is that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds really know how to work that social media. Oh my God. They are geniuses. I've never seen such great behind the scenes promotion on anything. Yeah. And they're still doing it. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, it's also just the charisma of the two guys who are playing these two characters. It's not just the characters. It's the guys playing the characters.
Yeah, the chemistry.
That you just like. I mean, you can't not like both of those guys. And then to see them both together, it's like, oh, I got to see that,
So that gives you more hope for Marvel now because they still got it. So
yeah, it was a perfect movie, wasn't it, Mark?
It's perfect. Mark loved it.
I'm so quiet. But I do like certain Marvel things. And I did like WandaVision, which was a series that came out a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. And one of the characters was Agatha Harkness, who was played by Kathryn Hahn. And she sort of stole the show in many ways. And if you haven't seen that series, do watch it because it's a great way to sort of get ready for this new series, which is coming out, called Agatha All Along, which was the title of the great little theme song that was at the end of WandaVision. If you're a fan of the Munsters, listen to this because it's super. It's so catchy, it's ridiculous. So the series is coming to Disney Plus September 18th, a 9-episode series. Matt Shakman is the showrunner. And it's Kathryn Hahn, Aubrey Plaza, two very hot actresses, in the business. So
they're hot.
They're hot as, really, they're hot. They're hot and they're hot.
Okay, take that, Gray Mark.
Yeah. I like both of them very much.
They're very talented actresses.
They are. And she's great as Agatha. And so I'm excited to see what this series is about, sort of, getting maybe more background on what she's all about. So we should take a look at the trailer for Agatha All Along.
All right. So it was Agatha All Along?
Okay. It was Agatha All Along.
All Along. Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. And
Agatha.
Who's been messing up everything?
The Covenless Witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
No. What really happened to you?
Seekest thou the road to all that's foul and fair?
She took every little bit of power I had.
Gather sisters far.
I'm assembling a coven. We gotta get back on top. I'm gonna walk the road. Join me.
Darkest hour, wake thy power, earthly and divine.
The Witch's Road will give you the thing you want most. If you make it to the end.
The road is a death wish.
Heard you guys were having a party.
What's up?
Hey. Shall we?
It will test us and our knowledge of the craft.
We don't even know what we're up against.
Our worst nightmares.
How do we pass this trial without any power?
We survive like witches have been doing for centuries.
What happens next?
I just need these witches to get me to the end.
The bodies are really piling up.
Why do you let them believe those things about you?
Because the truth is too awful.
I want my prize!
Time to finish the road.
Last one there is a nice person.
Follow me, my friend, to glory and the
Well, that was a lot. Now, let me ask you this. Do you need to see Wanda to appreciate this series?
It doesn't seem like it because she starts out, my guess is you're starting out and she's...
Just for viewers at home.
She forgot she was a witch maybe, or she's walking around as like in the woods there. It looks like she's, I don't know, a detective or something.
Right.
Maybe,
it's like they lost their powers or something because she's like, how are we going to get through this without our powers?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think you need to watch because that was a whole different sort of storyline. This is obviously brand new,
So you don't have to do homework before you watch this. You don't have to have any mythology because
catching up.
It's worth mentioning because Marvel has a lot of mythology and a lot of stuff behind it. So a lot of times it's a hard entryway into some of these shows because maybe you haven't caught up like me. You didn't read the comics. You just want to say, "Can I watch this and understand it?" It sounds like
I'm sure you can. I'm sure.
I love witches. It has a very Harry Potter feel to it.
Right. It has a very stylized kind of Halloween decorations kind of look to it, that look that I normally don't like, but I think maybe in this case it might work because I think maybe it's supposed to be cheesy, like a castle with a drawbridge, and withered trees and those snaky trails through the graveyard kind of stuff. It just looks like, it said this Halloween season, and I was like, okay, this is super Halloween stuff here.
Yeah,
but I think I don't think it's that the whole. Yeah, I don't think it's that the whole way. I feel like maybe that's like you said, they're kind of playing on that, like what a witch, a classic witch is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
So it just feels like it's going to have in Aubrey Plaza in there for the comedy. I think there's kind of a fine line between sort of the action and sort of some laughs, and it's an appealing cast. So
it looks very dark. Like the whole thing looked like it's almost nighttime. Like it has very dark, palette. Kind of interesting, but I like Ali Ahn. She was in Supernatural, so familiar face.
It's an interesting cast. I think it'll be fun, and I like I said, Kathryn Hahn is great. She can carry it. So it looks like one of those Marvel things where you don't have to know everything else. You just can get in there and start watching it. I think. Yeah. I think
with a lot of the Marvel films, one of the ideas is that they all sort of stand alone, but you can. I mean, they do really subtle exposition in the beginnings of a lot of their movies that you kind of don't even notice. You don't even kind of notice sometimes. They do it so well. But I think you don't need to read the comic books because I think the comic books are another timeline, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The comic book character of Agatha Harkness is from 1970. It's a Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, goes way back to the classic days.
Nice.
And it's not, I think she's kind of not the same type of thing, same name and a witch and all that, but very different from this. I think they've taken that character and, moved forward with her and more well-rounded the idea of the character, like why is she a witch, what's her motivation, and all this kind of, because in the old comic books a lot of times a character would just show up and it's like, oh, I'm a witch and I'm attacking the Fantastic Four, and
I look at it as like, why would you not want to be a witch? Because it seems awesome. I mean, I want to be one. It seems cool.
Be part of a coven, have all these powers, go on these weird adventures.
Yeah, I think you can be a witch if you want to be, right? Can't you be a witch? You gotta
find a coven. You gotta practice a lot.
It's a whole thing.
Have a poster. So this is definitely leaning into the witch, little magic powers.
Right.
And that's a classic. That's an awful photo of her. My God.
I know, it's kind
terrible.
Of a weird photograph. It looks like
what happened there.
Like a rendering of something from the twisted minds that brought you WandaVision.
Well, I don't know. That's bad lighting or something because that doesn't even. She's not even recognizable there. But I like it. They have the kind of cast at the bottom going through the magical forest, and it's got the moon. The moon's a little tangency with the title there.
Yeah,
no problem with that. I'm gonna tearing this poster apart.
Yeah,
we have. I really like this one. I mean, her hand is completely in the wrong place. So this
same photo, but done differently. I think the other one they processed the same photo somehow.
Yeah, it looks better here. I mean, I think it's more artful. I like the forest on the side. Her hand's in a completely wrong place. I don't know why you wouldn't just have it here, but
Revenge is a witch.
Revenge is a witch. Ha ha.
Little pun there. Very.
A little pun there. You know what's kind of cool too is they made the Marvel logo, black and white or cool tones, which they don't usually let you do that. So that's kind of cool.
You usually have to keep that red, huh?
Yep, like that.
Yeah.
Red.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. It almost seems like a fan poster, but there's got the cool necklace on. There's a few little storytelling items in here. She got some cool stuff going on. So we have the Force in this one in a little more like cool way. But yeah, there's the posters.
Cool.
Okay. A lot of Force action. So Agatha All Along coming September 18th to Disney Plus, 9 episodes. And they're like about, I think like 30, 35 minutes. So it's not like a huge time suck.
What was WandaVision? Were those?
They were half
hour. Yeah.
Oh, they were only half hour. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense since they were doing
I have to say
TV
one
shows.
thing. I worked on a television show with Kathryn Hahn for 7 years, and we were pals on the show. She was interested in the criminal case that Kathy and I were involved with years and years ago, and we talked so much about that. But I have to say one thing about her, and see if you've seen her in interviews and how cool and nice she is. She's actually really cool and nice
She seems like
in
she
person.
would be cool.
Really,
she seems like it.
really cool person.
And
And I'm so happy to see
Yeah.
her success and see her working on really cool things and stuff.
I'm a
So,
fan. I like her too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see people that you know, and you were like, she's got that thing and she's gonna go places.
That's right.
And then they do it, and you're like, yes.
So nice
Awesome.
ones win.
All right.
All right.
It was Agatha All Along. Everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Looks like fun.
Bye.